Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com, the email just below. Purchase and pricing questions about this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform, reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing a model launched for the 85th anniversary of the Reverso in 2016. This is the Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Tribute Calendar. It's a calendar, but it's also more. Immense in rose gold, the timepiece is about the size of the old Reverso 975s and 986s. So 49.4 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip. Across, it is 29.9 millimeters from side to side, not including the crown. In profile, it is 11 millimeters thick, and it has a broad spacing between the lugs of 22 millimeters. This is a full-sized Reverso. We throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters circumference, and I actually recommend you wear this watch on a wrist of 15 centimeters circumference or larger. While it's not immense from lug to lug by round watch standards, Reversos wear a little bit differently. You can see it's still very low slung with a sloped flank, so it easily slides underneath the cuff, but the timepiece is broad. I will say, however, it fits, and a slightly smaller wrist could pull this off. Take a quick look at the strap, and you can see large rectangular scale alligator leather, dark brown, monotone stitch. It actually has a folded side, but it's quite thick with some bolstering to add volume. You can see there is gator on the top, calfskin on the bottom, and this is a brand new JLC factory strap. Take note, there are pull-tab spring bars that you can use to make tool-free removal of the strap from the case. You can remove the strap without tools. And then we have a double folding clasp that is all of rose gold to match, and this is your protection against dropping the watch. That's what a clasp does. But you also have a push button release on the bottom, so not only can you release the strap from the case without a tool, but you can remove the strap from the buckle and then refit the buckle to another strap, and you can do all that without tools. You can see that the reverse of the case, this was new for 2016, there's a little bit of a downward curvature to the lug profiles. They used to be absolutely broncard or plank flat across the back. Now they fit a little bit better, and that is to your advantage if you do have that borderline wrist size for this watch like mine. Satin finish on the facing of the lugs. You can see that the Reverso has always been a more graceful case than it appears to be online. If you just saw the soldier shots, you'd think this is a rectangular watch. Launched in 1931, well into the Art Deco era, it was a complex piece as it featured diminishing conical lug profiles, barrel vaulted cases, sloped lug hoods, a rectangular crystal and dial, and then these wraparound strakes or gadroons. There's also satin finishing on the reverse side. So it is a surprisingly complex case. And of course, in 1931, the first Reverso was designed as a sports watch, the idea being the glass could be shattered if struck, but by flipping the case, you would expose its solid metal case back that would protect the glass. Well, today, and I really should say since 1991, the idea of the Reverso as a canvas for a second dial or a display case back has helped to modernize the concept of the watch, as we no longer have an engravable solid case back, but a second dial with an independent second time zone. Here, a lovely nickel anthracite clou de Paris with applique rose gold dart style indices faceted down their center and faceted golden dauphine style hands. You have a second time zone, and there's a day-night indicator. You look at the index and you can see whether it is currently day-night. So for example, right now it is approaching 4 in the morning. You know that because you can see that the little index is still pointing to the moon, which turns clockwise. Now turn it all back over, and the dial, a lovely opaline grane. You can see it has a texture much like sandpaper, and JLC dials over the last 6 or 7 years have been superb. This is one of the treatments that they execute best. So you have that lovely pebbly texture. Outboard, you have a railroad track race for the minutes. You have the same style of golden dart style indices as well as dauphine hands, and you have a calendar. You have a moon phase with a lovely sparkled cosmos, a sunken radial date indicator, and then you have calendar apertures for the day and the month. It is a simple calendar, not an annual, not a perpetual, so you will need to reset it 5 times per year. Also in 2016, JLC started using the sunburst case back with an off-centered origin point rather than the previous engine turning or perlage. Now, the watch does include a clever pusher adjuster that's built into the case, and that is the piece with which you make the adjustments to the second time zone. On previous Reverso, Duo, and Calendar models, there would have been an adjuster on the side for the second time zone. Here, you can see there are pusher adjusters for the calendar system, but you can make all of the adjustments to that second time zone tool-free using the trigger that is hidden internally. The case has over 50 parts, which is remarkable because it's deceptively complex. You can't see most of the pieces, and it uses spring-loaded steel pin snaps to lock it in place. Now, it is 30 meters water resistant inside JLC manufacturer caliber 853. Manual wind, 45-hour power reserve. It beats away at 6 beats per second, pivots on 21 joules. It's free sprung for stability and precise adjustment, and it has a 1,000 hours chronometric and power reserve test. The master 1,000 hours since 1992. It's spread across all JLC model lines, including the Reversos. A fully cased up watch test of chronometry, durability, power reserve, water resistance. The watch is fully vetted. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.